Hello, federal employees. I want to talk today about TSP versus Roth TSP. Okay? I get a lot of questions about this and which one is better. So we're going to talk about the two of them and how they work today. I get a number of questions about the differences between the two. So let's cover it. TSP, pre-tax. Okay? So the accounts are actually opposites of each other. TSP, your contributions to TSP come out before you pay income taxes. So if you have a paycheck of $3,000, you take off your $300 contribution and you pay taxes on $2,700. Okay? Now the money then grows tax deferred, meaning you don't have any tax consequences while it's growing until you take money out. Okay? When you take money out, then what comes out, it is fully taxable. Okay? So you're going to pay income taxes on everything you take out. You take out $20,000 in a year, that's $20,000 of taxable income. Now, Roth TSP, okay? Roth TSP is after-tax money, okay? And then when it comes out, it is income tax free, okay? So again, back to the paycheck example, $3,000 and you contribute $300 of that paycheck to Roth TSP, you pay taxes on all $3,000, okay? Contributions to Roth TSP do nothing for you today. However, you do have a benefit in the future. They are similar in that they both grow tax deferred, tax free, whatever. Tax deferred here, really, this is tax free, but you don't pay any taxes while it's growing. Then when you take money out, Roth TSP is income tax free. Okay? Another similarity. So I have people that think they're completely separate things. And really what it is it's just a tax code that's different. Okay? Both accounts, you still get your matching. Okay? With both of them, you still get matching. So people are under the misconception that if you contribute to Roth TSP, you're not going to get any matching. And that's just not true. You can still contribute to Roth TSP. You are still going to get matching, but all matching goes to your traditional account. Okay? So if you have, if when you started in the government, you started with just Roth TSP, you're still going to have both types, right? Because your contribution is going to Roth, and then the government matching, the government's contribution all goes into TSP. Also, you get the same investment options, okay? They're not separate accounts, they're the same, okay? Roth TSP, traditional TSP, you have the exact same investment options. No differences there. Now, another way that they're similar is RMDs, okay? Required minimum distributions. You have to take RMDs at age 72 from each of these if you're separated from service. If you're still working, you don't. But if you're separated, you have to take RMDs from Roth as well as TSP. Now, keep in mind, this is different than a Roth IRA. If you were to transfer your Roth TSP money to a Roth IRA, then you don't have to take RMDs from that Roth IRA. Now, which one is better? Which one should I do, Brad? Okay. And this is going to be different, okay? Going to be different for everybody, but I'll just give you a few thoughts, a couple ideas. If your income when you're withdrawing is going to be higher than what it is now, okay, then you're going to want to look at Roth TSP, okay? Pay the income taxes today in return for income tax free in the future. If your income is going to be lower, Then you want to look at traditional TSP. Now, with one caveat, I want to throw something in here. I'm talking about higher income and lower income. And it's not necessarily higher income and lower income, but yet it's a higher income tax bracket. Okay? I found that a lot of federal employees are in the 22% tax bracket right now, or the 24% tax bracket. And if you look at those, I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I think the 22% tax bracket goes from like $80,000 for married filing jointly up to something like 170. And I talk to a lot of people that are in that tax bracket today, and they're going to be in that tax bracket when they retire as well. So if you're going to be in the same tax bracket, it's really a wash, right? It doesn't really matter. So then you need to look at a couple other things. If you think taxes are going to be higher in the future, okay, like our politicians that are in charge of tax laws and change tax laws all the time, they're always changing. If you think taxes are going to be higher in the future, that's a plus for Roth TSP. Okay, if your investments, whatever you have in TSP, let's say you have $1 million in TSP and it's generating $50,000-$60,000 a year on average. Okay, if that's the case and you don't need that much, say you only need $10,000, okay, that is a plus. I'm going to say RMDs here. That's a plus for Roth TSP, because if your TSP continues to grow, once you turn 72, you're going to be forced to take money out, and a certain amount of money based on what the government tells you have to take. Where if you had money in Roth TSP, you could transfer that to a Roth IRA, and then you don't have to take RMDs out. And one last thing I'll mention, hopefully you can see this, is heirs, okay? Beneficiaries. If you're concerned about passing assets on to kids, for example, that's a plus for Roth TSP, okay? Why? Because Roth TSP, Roth IRAs, that money passes on income tax-free to beneficiaries, right? Where traditional TSP, that is fully taxable, okay? So let's say there's $1 million in Roth TSP versus $1 million in traditional TSP. Roth TSP, that $1 million, your beneficiaries get all of it. No income tax is taken out of it at all. If it's traditional TSP, they take out $1 million, it's fully taxable. And if that goes to one person, that puts them up into the highest tax bracket. For federal taxes alone, I believe it's 39% right now. Who knows what it will be at that time. But again, beneficiaries plus for Roth TSP. So that's all I have for today on TSP versus Roth TSP. Hopefully that gives you enough information to understand what the two of them are and try and figure out which one is best for you. Thanks.